Next up on the NNSCRA Mello Yello Racing Series brings us to Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're here today for 40 laps of racing and the running of the Mello Yello 300, part of Mello Yello Racing Weekend here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Of course, we got this, and of course also the Mello Yello 500 for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So that all said, here we are about to give you the starting lineup here. We're down to 4 races remaining, counting this race here for the season and the road to the championship. So here's the starting lineup. On the pole is number 4, William Brock in the Lance Neck Chevrolet. He's alongside number 48. That is the car Jesse Turner alongside. Second row has Laura Chung in 93 and the 89 car of Quentin Moore. Third row has Lucas Martins in 72 and 66 car of Zachary Fitzwater. Going to row number 4, it's car number 27, Nathan Orman, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. And number 18, Trent Dunham, the winner at Talladega this season, sits alongside. Going to row number 5, it's car number 33, Jacob Thibodeau. And number 00, Seth Cole. Seth has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race. He'll also have one of our in-car cameras in the Cup race as well, too, as a matter of fact. Going to row number 6 is Allison Rain at number 88 and number 62, Zach Winkle. Next row down has number 60. That's Levi McIntyre, and number 3, Cole Deaver. Next row, Dylan Young in number 2 and number 26, Carson Gum. Going to the next row down is car number 98. That is Dougie Shears. Excuse me. He'll be flanked alongside car number 74. It is Danny Bouchard. Next row down has number 8, Rob Evans, and number 10, Keith Badson. Next row is Jessica Shelton in 17 and number 36, Igor Barreto. Next row down, Charles Sanford in 24 and number 34, Al Lagacy. Next row down has number 38, Joshua Osborne. He's alongside car number 87, Paul Minnick. Going to the next row down has car number 5, that's Kev Shearer. He's on the outside. Inside of him is 32, Derek Edison. Next row down is number 9, Kat Batson, and number 15, that is Ryan Brommer sitting alongside. Next row down has number 77, Stephen Colon, the winner at the Indy Road Course this season, and number 45, it is James Sykes. Next row down has Jeff Scott in 22 and 44, Cole Kawabe. Next row down has number 99, Dylan Abrahamian, and number 37, Muhammad Abdullah. Next row down has number 1, Daniel Getrock, and 92, Cement Oscon. Starting shotgun is number 63. That is Connor Breton, and number 7, Kyle Matthews. It'll be fun to see him coming. It'll be fun seeing him coming up through the field here in today's race. We mentioned that Seth Cole is one of our in-car cameras. Our other 2 sits inside the cars of Quentin Moore and Jesse Turner. Those are the other 3 in-car cameras. Those are going to be the 3 cameras for today's race. So cameras for the Cup race, I should mention, will be Seth Cole, Levi McIntyre, and Dylan Young. Those will be our 3 in-car cameras for the Cup race in the Mello Yello 500. So with that all said here, as the cars are lined up, here's the command to fire the engines.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command's been given to fire the engines as we get some racing here today in the Mello Yello 300. As the pace car leads the field off of the pit road for the pace lap, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. As you may have seen, as the field was getting ready to roll off a pit road, William Brock's car would not fire, and it has lost fire. It's sitting on pit road, and that was supposed to be the pole sitter for this race here today. And it looks like he's going to miss the green flag. Unfortunately for him here at Charlotte. Meantime, Laura Chung's been moved up to the pole sitting spot here as they come off turn number 4. Pace car is already on pit road as we're getting set for the start of the Mello Yello 300. Green flag is about to fly, and we are underway here at Charlotte. You remember it was 40 laps when we did the first Charlotte race earlier this season for the Diet Coke 300. Laura Chung jumps out in front. William Brock credited with a DNS, a did not start. Actually, he's still sitting on pit road. Let me rephrase that here. Actually, so Let me rephrase that here. William Brock is still sitting on pit road, so he may still get back underway possibly here. But lap 1 is completed. Lucas Martins leads the first lap here. Nathan Orman now tries to the inside in 27 and moves to the low side, takes the lead. For the time being, he's got Jacob Thibodeau behind him in number 33. And Allison Rain in car number 88. Two-time winner season so far. Allison won the first Talladega race and also won at Nashville earlier this season as well too, the Opryland 320. And that race was back. The Nashville race was back in the 5th race of the season. Talladega was back. That Talladega race that Allison won was the 8th race of the season. And Allie has not seen a winner's circle since, at least not in this series here. Allie has since won a cup race at Michigan. The second race at Michigan, that I should say as well too. Meantime, Levi McIntyre, who's up in hot contention for the points championship, as well as Dylan Young, number 2. And Levi has already led his first lap of the race here, and Dylan wants to grab those 5 bonus points for leading a lap. You also get 5 bonus points also for leading the most laps in a particular race here. Dougie Shears now looks inside. He's going to spoil Dylan Young's chances of leading a lap here as they come on turn number 4. And Dougie Shears brings the Lysol board to the top spot, and he'll take the lead on this lap. Carson Gum to second position. Third is Rob Evans. And here comes Jessica Shelton to the low side, car number 17. Jess is going to try to take 4th position away, and don't LePage the field. Oh my gosh. William Brock comes out, emerges right in front of the entire field, running at a slow rate of speed. I thought was going to cause a huge crash right in front of Jessica Shelton in the 17 car and take her and a few others out of the race. That easily could have been a caution right there, and I don't know if you want to call it an unnecessary or an unwanted one, though, but that would have been just dumb driving. I think William Brock probably just driving a little bit angry at this point, though, that he lost the pole position starting spot due to his car losing fire on the start of the race. But now Rob Evans has lead. Shelton is now second, but here comes Charles Sanford to the low side looking for his first victory of the season in this series. Number 24, Pepsi Chevrolet, circa 1999. As he comes up to the back bumper of Rob Evans, and here comes Allison Rain to the low side, takes 3rd position away from Shelton. As they come out turn number 4. And here comes Charles down the low side, tries to go for the lead. And he's going to get it going in turn number 1, so Charles Sanford brings the number 24 Pepsi Chevrolet to the top spot. If he can hold on to, if he can beat them all back to the start-finish line, he'll lead his first lap of the race. He was second the last time by where he was clocked, but he's not going to lead this lap, unfortunately for him, because here comes Jacob Thibodeau to the low side. He's got the help from Joshua Osborne in car number 38, and Osborne looks to the low side. Is he going to lead that lap? No, he will not. It'll be Thibodeau leading that lap of the race. Thibodeau's best finish was a second that came at Milwaukee earlier this season. We'll be heading back to Milwaukee next season in Mello Yello. Averaging so far just under 176 miles per hour here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As Derek Edison moves to the low side here, and Edison will take the lead on this lap. Here comes Cat Batson, car number 9. That car will be a Ford Thunderbird next season. It'll have Track Gear as a sponsor, by the way, next season in the Mello Yello Series. Now, whether Cat will take the wheel of that car or not, though, that'll remain to be seen for KAB Enterprises here. She's one of the drivers for KAB Enterprises, along with her husband Keith. And as I said many times about that team is all Ford, and to heck with all the other manufacturers. Is pretty much what Keith Batson is is all about here. You ever heard of Mopar or No Car? Well, for Batson, it's Ford or No Car. So. Off turn number 4, Jeff Scott, car number 22. Look at that Stacker 2 Ford go to the front position. He's going to lead that lap, looks like. Yes, he will, but 3 wide between he, James Sykes, and Stephen Cologne. He's going to be stuck in the middle. And that is not an enviable spot to be in here at Charlotte because you're squished in the middle. And no matter, and we'll see what happens going into turn number 3 here. Brommer gives him room. Off turn number 4 here, and James, like I said, Jeffrey Scott, he is not in a lucrative position as we mentioned. Right, as they go into turn number 1 here. Sometimes they get into turn number 1, they'll squeeze each other into turn number 1 and 3 wide situation and just take each other in the wall. Hasn't happened yet. I hope it doesn't happen, I should say. See Keith Batson getting by him now. Kev Shearer, meantime, looks like he's going to go for the lead on Ryan Brommer. He's got it. So move car number 40, car number 5, the National Guard Ford Chevrolet to the top spot. Kev leads his first lap of the race as they go into turn number 1. We're still looking at this battle between Jeff Scott and he and James Sykes touched. And by the way, James Sykes, one of the drivers, one of Quentin Moore's drivers, and Quentin, by the way, he'll be expanding his team next season. He'll be adding a new driver to his team in both this series and that driver will drive in both this series and in the Cup Series next season. And of course, that driver will be competing for Rookie of the Year in both series, by the way, too. And Al Legacy, number 34, has gone to the low side of the track here. Problems for the Gould's Pump Chevrolet of Al Legacy, and he is going to go down pit road. 55 miles an hour down pit road here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And see if there's any see if this problem is going to knock Legacy out of the race here. And yes, it will, unfortunately. So Legacy, So Al Legacy, his day is over. It's a header failure on the number 34 Gould's Pump Chevrolet. So William Brock, you will not finish dead last in this race. Looks like he's gonna have to get past him. He's 4 laps down right now, so he'll pass him about 4 or 5 laps or so. Meantime, it's Seth Cole out in front here. Second position is now Nathan Ormond in the 27 machine. Jeff Scott up the 3rd position. 4th right now, or trying for 4th, is Stephen Cologne in 77. Here comes Ormond. He ducks to the inside of Seth Cole. So they go into turn number 1 and saying, let's see what happens here. And it's going to be Ormond taking the Castrol GTX Chevrolet to the top spot now. Car out of Bruco Motorsports, 1999 Casey Atwood car. He'll move down the low side, blocks Cologne's run coming off turn number 4, and here to come off turn number 4. Cologne moves to the low side. Let's see what happens off the start-finish line. Ormond leads that lap by just about a bumper at the start-finish line. But when you get into turn number 1, it's going to be Stephen Cologne to the top spot with Cat Batson 2nd and James Sykes trying for 3rd spot now, number 45. The Spree prepaid phone card Chevrolet. Zach Winkle in 62 in this mix as well too. Again, the 4 of William Brock is not on the lead lap. He is, as we mentioned, 4 laps down. Cole Deaver, car number 3, is behind him in an AC Delco Chevrolet. And then along with another AC Delco car, it's Dylan Young. Dylan Young, of course, as we mentioned, along with Levi McIntyre, one of the two of the drivers going for the Castrol GTX Cup Series, or not Castrol GTX Cup, but I mean the Mello Racing Series Championship. Dylan Young's also in contention for the Castrol GTX Cup Series Championship, but not against Levi McIntyre. Unfortunately, I think he's battling, I believe, also with Kyle Matthews and Cole Deaver for the championship in that series. I'm interested to see how that all comes about here, and of course, Dylan Young going for his first championship in both series, as a matter of fact. Of course, if this is only the 2nd season of this series here, and you're looking at the man who's, and right here, you're looking at a man who's won the championship last season. That was Cole Deaver. As he takes the Dale Earnhardt Jr. car to the top spot now as they come to the start-finish line. Deaver leads that lap. 22 laps in the books, and we're down to, I should say 21 laps in the books. We're down to 19 laps remaining, so halfway home here at Charlotte. Paul Minnick down to the low side. He's got Derek Edison in the 32 car, 72 Lucas Martins, and the 17 of Jessica Shelton. Oh, scratch that, the 48 car, excuse me, that's Jesse Turner, the 48. Stacker 2 Chevrolet, Stacker 2 Gould's Pumps Machine. Shelton is actually a few cars back of Turner, but that was Turner I mistook. On board Jesse Turner's machine, car number 48. And they come up on the lap traffic now. That's the 92 car, Cement Oscon. Riding with Jesse Turner in up behind Lucas Martins, and he's going to go to second position now. Lucas Martins going to lead his first lap of the race. 72 Detroit Gasket Chevrolet. I mentioned that car will be back next season as well, too. Off in the turn number 3 they go right here, and you're riding with Jesse Turner. As you just rode with him to the lead here at Charlotte, and here comes Laura Chun to the left side. You saw the 93 car through the rear bumper on the in-car camera. And how about, and we mentioned how fun it's going to be watching Kyle Matthews move his way through the field. Well, Kyle Matthews started dead last. He's now at the second place now. But Jessica Shelton moves him up the track, says, "No way, Kyle, I'm supposed to be leading you." And here comes Shelton to the low side. And she'll take second place for the time being. And she's going to take Laura to the top spot. And Bright's telling, "No way, Laura, I'm the one who's supposed to be the leading lady in this series." And so Shelton goes to the top spot now. But Levi McIntyre's going to move to the inside here as Shelton gets caught behind Daniel Getrock in the 1 car. That car slowed for some inexplicable reason. I'm not sure, but maybe the setup's just a little bit off. Who knows? But McIntyre leads that lap right there. Number 60 machine, Quentin Moore up to second position, and up to third now goes Carson Gum in car number 26, and Allison Rain up to fourth position. So getting into some lap traffic now. Here comes Carson Gunn to the low side of Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. He'll take second place. And here comes number 88. That's Allison Rain, and along with Allison's buddy, Rob Evans. Check the fast laps of the race so far. Fast lap race so far set by Kyle Matthews at just over 181 miles per hour. So they qualified here at just under 180 out of these cars here at Charlotte. Whereas the Cup cars were just over 180 in qualifying for their series. And whoa, that was a tight squeeze 3 wide. We're going to look at that one again right there. Look at it. Look at how tight that got right here. That was Joshua Osborne, Kev Shearer, and Jacob Thibodeau. Boy, talk about your bonsai moves right there between those 3 cars right there. And boldness indeed produced fruit for Osborne as he got past both those cars. And he's up to now 8th position, but he's going to now be caught on the outside now as he has got Quentin Moore low side, and Kev Shearer is going to get him back in that number 5 car. And Kev led Osborne at the start finish line that time. That was, I believe, the 9th position he just took, and he just now took another spot from Rob Evans. Here comes number 15. That's Ryan Brommer, the Oakwood Home Chevrolet. And he'll take the lead here. Keith Batson in second position. Batson's only win in this series came on in this series so far this season. It's coming on a mile and a half. That came at Atlanta Motor Speedway when he won the Motorcraft 300 in that race. Nine laps to go in the Mello Yello 300. It'll also be a 40-lap race for the Mello Yello 500 next race on the tour for the Cup Series. In fact, the last four races, counting this race right here, will all be in conjunction with the Cup Series races. Charlotte, Rockingham, Phoenix, and Atlanta. That's the last four races on the tour in both series. So they'll run right together. Quentin Moore goes to the top spot. He's got Kev Shearer behind him in car number 5. Down the backstretch they come. And here comes Zachary Fitzwater, car 66. We haven't talked about him at all today. He'll take the number 66 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet to the top spot, or second position, I should say. Boy, that's quite a tongue twister saying Phillips 66 Trop Arctic 66 car. Son of a gun. Anyway, but Fitzwater takes his car to the top spot now. Here comes Igor Barreto and Nathan Ormond down the low side. He'll take that's second and third right there. Well, Ormond trying to take third from Quentin Moore. He will do so right there. Come out that fourth corner. Jesse Turner right there behind him in number 48. Zach Winkle, Seth Cole, Dylan Young, Derek Edison in the 32 car behind him. Off turn number 2 they come here. Here comes Jesse Turner, number 48. Igor Barreto, car 36 out in front here as they come off turn number 4. The Stanley Tools Pontiac. Looking to get his first victory of the season, but so too is Ormond. Ormond to the low side. He's going to take the lead away from Barreto, but here comes Jesse Turner, Zach Winkle, and Seth Cole. Into turn number 3, here comes Jesse Turner to the low side. Come out turn number 4, and here comes, and the lap car up ahead, it's Muhammad Abdullah in car 37. Off turn number 2 they come here. Zach Winkle goes to the top spot now, number 62. He's got Seth Cole behind him as Ormond and a host of others there get caught behind the 37 car of Muhammad Abdullah. Off turn number 4, here comes Dylan Young to the left side, number 2 for the number 2 spot. He's got that position, and now he wants to go for the lead and try to get his first lap led for the race here. Levi McIntyre's led a couple of laps so far. Dylan Young has not yet led today. In the third turn, here comes Derek Edison to the left side. Cole Deaver, number 3 down the left side as well, too. 2 laps to go at Charlotte. Derek Edison looks to the low side. Here comes Deaver, Minnick, Bouchard. We haven't talked about Daniel Bouchard at all today so far. He's up the 5th position and trying to go for the win. And Bouchard moves low. Here they come off to number 4 now. Cole Deaver for the 2nd position. He's got that spot here. White flag waves for Dylan Young. 1 lap remaining here at Charlotte. Here comes Cole Deaver down the low side. Number 3 to the car, the AC Delco Chevy. Here comes Bouchard. He's got 2nd position. Can he go for the win? He comes to the low side of Deaver. He's got that position now. Down the back stretch they come. It is Cole Deaver outside. Bouchard to the low side. Here they come out the 4th turn, and looks like he's gonna do it. Thibodeau comes to the inside. He's gonna make a shot to the start finish line. Not gonna do it. Checker flag. Daniel Bouchard wins the Mello 300 at Charlotte. Daniel Bouchard, the number 74 Phenolube South America Chevrolet, goes to victory lane here today. Caution free, averaging 177.643. But boy, Jacob Thibodeau, if that start finish line would have been just a few hundred feet further down track, Thibodeau might have had him. That was a close race between the two. And a second time, Thibodeau's lost a close finish too, because remember he lost a close one to Jessica Shelton at Milwaukee. And boy, Thibodeau's got to be thinking, what's it going to take for me to win my first Mello Yello race here? But that day will come. I about guarantee it. That day is probably going to come. So, Dana Bouchard, the number 74, Phenolube Chevrolet, as we mentioned, goes to victory lane. Jacob Thibodeau is going to come home second. Third will go to Laura Chung. Fourth to Cole Deaver. Fifth place will go to Kat Batson. Sixth to Dylan Young. Allison Rain seventh. Derek Edison eighth. Ninth to Kev Shearer. Paul Minnick 10th. Levi McIntyre 11th. Stephen Cologne 12th. Kyle Matthews 13th. Jeff Scott 14th. Jessica Shelton 15th. 16th will go to Trent Dunham. 17th to Carson Gum. 18th to Rob Evans and Joshua Osborne. 19th and 20th will go to Zach Winkle. 21st to Seth Cole. Charles Stanford 22nd. 23rd will go to Lucas Martins. 24th will go to James Sykes. 25th place will go to to Nathan Ormond. Then Jesse Turner, Igor Barreto, Ryan Brommer, Zachary Fitzwater, and Quentin Moore, the top 30 in this race here today. Then Keith Batson, 31st. 32nd will go to Dougie Shears. 33rd will go to Cole Kawebe. The last car finish on the lead lap here. By the way, Dougie Shears had a tire failure in the last laps of the race here today, so that will not. So, but thankfully for Dougie, it happened. Actually, I think Dougie finished all the laps. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, Dylan Abrahamian, Muhammad Abdullah, Daniel Gatrock, Connor Brayton, Cement Oscon all finished one lap down. William Brock 4 laps down in 39th. So, but at least he didn't. He could have gotten a dead last finish with that fact that his car wouldn't fire, or his car lost fire on the pit road here when he was supposed to be in the pole sitting car. And like I said, tough break from William. He had a car that possibly he had high hopes for that race, I think, as well too, after winning the pole, but unfortunately wasn't to be. Al Lagsy was the only car to finish out of the race. He finished 30. He finished 40th with a header failure, which is for all intents and purposes, is basically an internal problem with the engine. So that will do it here today at Charlotte. Daniel Bouchard gets the win here in the Mello Yello 300. He hopes to duplicate that performance in the Cup Series race. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Store Sell Cup Series, which is the main series on this channel. And also, if you want in on his series next season, then please be sure to get with Seth, and he'll get you going on that channel series as well too. So also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline. Those 2 channels being Dylan Young's Spectrum Mobile Cup Series on his channel, X8675309858, X8675309858X. He's the guy, and be sure to subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff, and also subscribe to ThrashManiac99 for some cool stuff, including his Marvel Studios Cup Series, also from the NNSCRA. And so be sure to subscribe to those 2 channels for some good stuff, as including, and of course also subscribe to this channel you're watching here, the NNSCRA channel, for some cool stuff as well too. So that will do it here today at Charlotte. For now, this is James Qualls, the production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of off-on racing at its best. We'll see you at the next Mello Yello race on the tour at Rockingham for the AC Adalco 200. And we'll also see you for the Castrol GTX Cup Series race, the Mello Yello 500.